So, Vikas Choudhary, can you please introduce yourself in Hindi?
मेरा नाम विकास चौधरी है। मैं अरनिया से हूँ। मैंने अपनी बेसिक स्कूलिंग 10th क्लास जो है वो सेंट जोसेफ कॉन्वेंट हाई स्कूल अरनिया से की। मैंने अपनी 12th शिक्षा निकेतन सीनियर सेकेंड
10वीं और 12वीं बोलते हैं हम शायद हिंदी में।
हाँ, मैंने 12वीं शिक्षा निकेतन सीनियर सेकेंडरी स्कूल जीवन नगर से की। ग्रेजुएशन उसके बाद मैंने जीजीएम साइंस कॉलेज जम्मू और अपनी मास्टर्स मैंने फिजिक्स में की जम्मू यूनिवर्सिटी से। मेरा ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट पॉलिटिकल साइंस और इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन है और मेरी हॉबीज़ हैं F1 रेसेस देखना, ऑनलाइन चेस खेलना और मूवीज़ देखना जो कोल्ड वॉर और स्पाई थ्रिलर पे बेस्ड होती है।
बहुत बढ़िया। तो आपका डांस देख के मुझे लग रहा है आप चेस के काफी दीवाने हैं। You genuinely like chess. Can you tell me the number of squares on a chessboard? 64. You've counted it yourself or you prepared it while coming here?
No, I have played chess many times.
All right, all right. Formula 1. Do we have any avenues for Formula 1 in India?
Previously, there was one avenue that was Budh International Circuit in Noida, but races were discontinued there, I think, after 2000.
There was some Formula 1 race fields in Bangalore also, I've heard.
It was Formula E race.
Formula E. Both are different. So, which is your favorite Formula 1 driver from India?
There is no Formula 1 driver from India.
No
right
one.
now.
Nobody pursues it.
No, in India there is no one. In Formula 2 there are some Indian drivers like Ushmaini and Arjun Daruwala. There are some, but there is no one in Formula 1.
All right, all right. So, what are the prerequisites according to you which can promote? Just for an instance, you become a civil servant. Now, you come to some sports ministry, you come as a director in sports tourism. How would you promote Formula 1 in JNK? Do you think it would be successful in JNK?
Formula 1 is actually very difficult to pursue. It's a capitalist sport, I would say. And it is pursued only by the people who have billions of dollars in their
Yeah,
bank.
what are the prerequisites? You are going to be a civil servant, right? You're going to have that authority, all such prerequisites, या उस तरीके का support. So, how would you promote it?
Yes, we can develop the karting stadiums in Jammu and Kashmir. We can do those things, but these are just basic level things. After that, they need a strong backing of sponsors from private sector only. And yes, government sector can definitely promote it, but to a very limited extent. But because it is a multi-billion-dollar sport.
So you hail from Arnia Tehsil. It's a Tehsil, right? Who's the current Tehsildar there?
I don't exactly remember the name. I've seen him, but I don't remember that.
All right. How many Tehsils does the Jammu district have? You don't know about it. So now you are selected as a JKAS officer and you are posted there as a Tehsildar or as a BDO for that matter. What are the things you're going to improve in your particular Tehsil, which you think right now are not up to the mark in your?
Yes, first of all, as a BDO, as a Tehsildar as well, there was a certain issue that I think around 2 years ago it came to surface that one KV school was sanctioned there in Arnia, but land is not available. So I would make sure that certain land is available there.
How would you make sure?
I mean, I would procure the land from the people as well. I would try to procure land from them and give them equal amount of compensation to them. Furthermore, there was also now a demand by the people that they can elevate the higher secondary school there to a college level, GDC level. In that also there was protest by the people because people had illegally occupied certain land of that higher secondary school. So I would make sure that it is cleared and the ways to for college is being done. Further,
as a block development officer?
In Arnia Tehsil, there is no specific court for various sports. Like there is no badminton court. I mean, there is a badminton court, but there is no roof on it. And many demands have been given to him, but I.
All right, all right. So, Vikas, can you tell me if we have to create a certain kind of tourist circuit in Arnia, what would be the top 3 or 4 things you would include in that circuit?
First of all would be the border heritage that we actually have. There are a lot amount of checkposts are there, and there are certain locations on the top of from where we can see the border. Beyond that, we can see Pakistan villages as well. Secondly, agricultural sector is very promising there. We can promote some sort of cultural festival like Baisakhi festival. We can do such things. And thirdly, there is one particular heritage place, that is Peer Baba place, and I think we can promote it to a great extent. We can redevelop it. It is at the top of Arnia, so we can develop it as a heritage site as well.
So your name is Vikas Choudhary. Do you find any person with your namesake surname, similar surname from JNK? Any prominent person with a similar surname?
I think there is one person. I think Chaudhary Ramzan. He is from Jammu and Kashmir. He is a Rajya Sabha member from Jammu.
He's still
Yes, he is from Jammu.
in the office,
Yes, yes,
incumbent. Anybody else?
I mean, there may be many person. I'm not able to.
There's one such person who's very much in news and in a very important position,
Yes,
political
yes, he is
position.
Deputy CM, Surinder Chaudhary.
Shri Surinder Chaudhary. All right. So, how do we appoint a deputy CM? What is the procedure?
There is no specific procedure. I mean, the governor of the state, the lieutenant governor of our state, he appoints the deputy CM on the recommendation of Prime Minister.
Right. So, what is the basic role of the deputy CM?
To support the governmental policies, he has been given certain portfolios by Shri Amrudullah, the Chief Minister of our state. He has been given some portfolios.
Which other UTs or states have a similar mechanism where we have deputy CMs?
I mean, there are many states. I mean, in Maharashtra as well, there is a deputy CM. In Nagaland, recently, deputy CM.
Do you think it should be continued or it can be abolished? What is your take on it?
I think it is a kind of a political office mainly because we can have cabinet ministers. They can handle the portfolios that are assigned to them. It is more of a political office, and to satisfy the political aspirations of the people, I would say.
All right. So, Vikas, can you tell me some of the important judgments which Honorable Supreme Court has given in respect of empowerment of transgenders?
There was a certain judgment, I think.
There are a lot of judgments, not a certain judgment.
I'm not able to recall. I mean, I think homosexuality judgment is, I think, one Navtej Singh Johar case, I think, in which they decriminalized homosexuality under Article 377. I'm not able to recall any more.
How would you define the term transgender?
Transgender is the apart from the two genders that are usually commonly used, that are men and women. Transgender is a third gender. It is also a biological term used to denote a third type of gender, in which I think, human knowledge of chromosome, according to the human knowledge of chromosome.
You're talking about the biology. Biology and gender are two different aspects. In biology, we use the term sex, whereas in terms of society, we use the term gender. Like, I was born as a female, but somehow after a few years, I think probably I don't want to restrict myself to what females have been doing. मतलब आप ऐसा कहते हैं ना कि और लड़की पैदा होगी तो लड़की के ये सब काम है, वो घर का खाना बनाएगी, वो ये करेगी, वो सोसाइटी बोल रही है कि लड़की ने ये काम करने हैं, वो जेंडर असाइन कर रहे हो आप उसको, समझ रहे हो आप? Biology has only two things, male and female, right? But society has different genders, and certain people who like उसमें तभी हम word use कर रहे हैं trans, something which is in moving state, transgender, right? They don't feel themselves as कि जिस सेक्स में वो born हुए हैं वो right sex है उनके लिए. But still, I think it is not an objective definition. There is no objective definition. Everybody has a different way of perceiving their own body. All right. So, my question to you is, आप मुझे बता सकते हैं जम्मू एंड कश्मीर में जो पंचायती राज इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं उनकी किस तरीके की हायरार्की है?
I've seen it on ground level basis only. I don't know exactly the constitutional classification. In our village, there are first of all there is a panch who is a representative of a particular village.
Can you name the institutions? Institutions के नाम क्या हैं?
There is a panchayat and
They have Panchayat Halkas. We call them Panchayat Halkas.
Yes, yes, there are Panchayat Halkas. Then in our town there is a municipal committee as well. In our town municipal committee, and many small villages, a group of those villages come on to constitute a panchayat, and inside the municipal committee there are different wards, like Arnia is divided into 13 wards, and each councillor is a representative of one particular ward.
Arnia has a municipal area also?
Yes, it's a municipal committee, 13 wards.
All right. All right. All right. So, Vikas, have you heard recently the tenure of DDC? It came to an end. Do you know about the DDC? District Development Commissioner.
I don't know the exact abbreviation.
डिस्ट्रिक्ट डेवलपमेंट कमिश्नर इज सिनोनिम टू डीसी. डीसी के पास जब वो डेवलपमेंट का काम करते हैं उसको हम डीडीसी बोलते हैं. जब वो मैजिस्ट्रेट का काम करता है उसको हम डीएम बोलते हैं. बट देयर इज समथिंग डिफरेंट. डीडीसी पॉलिटिकल पावर में थे वो भी पैरेलली.
I think she was a female, I think, the DDC chairman.
That's all right. It means you must know about the DDC. DDC एक तरीके का एक पॉलिटिकल सेटअप बनाया गया था. उसके बकायदा इलेक्शंस हुए थे. तो अभी जो है वो डिसॉल्व हो चुके हैं और वापसी में सोचा जा रहा है उनके इलेक्शंस के बारे में. So you must know about it, right? It was in news, very much in news. Okay, so my last question to you is, what is the criteria for a candidate or an applicant to be awarded an ALC category?
Okay, so first of all, he needs to be a resident of the area, which is
Only he, or it can be she also?
She also, and it can be a trans person as well. He or she or anyone can be he needs to be a resident of international border or ALC area, which is to be delineated by the government or by official order. And secondly, his family income should be less than 8 lakhs per annum, and so it comes under a socially and education backward classes. Under it, the further classification is of ALC. What
are the various ways through which a person can cheat his or her tehsildar to gain this category? What do you think? What are the loopholes in this particular category awarding?
I think the major loophole is if person is not actually a resident of that area and he has been residing outside of that area for the last, I think, 20 to 25 years. More than that, his family has actually resided away from that area, and he comes to the Tehsil office and claims that they are still residing in that area, and then they can have that certificate.
All right. Thank you so much, Vikas.
Okay, Vikas, continuing with ma'am's question, do you think it is happening in the category of ST2? Many people who have been residing just have a plot of land there. Now they claim that they are also Pahari.
Yes, it definitely is happening. Furthermore, the criteria for ST2 reservation is very not very strict, because there is no income criteria, no other thing. Only that they have a residence there or that they have a plot there. They are definitely trying to do that thing.
Okay. Now let's talk about physics. You have done physics, masters also, graduation also, and you had physics in your 12th standard as well. What is quantum computing?
Quantum computing is a process whereby the processing of the computer is based on the concept of qubit instead of a bit, and qubit is a state of I would say a flux state whereby both 0 as well as 1 are in a superposition.
Okay, अगर आपको आसान भाषा में एक 6 साल के बच्चे को समझाना है कि क्वांटम कंप्यूटिंग क्या है तो क्या बताएंगे आप?
मैं उसको ऐसे समझाऊंगा कि जैसे हमारा जो नेचुरल वर्ल्ड है, जो हमारी कॉमन सेंस है, हमारे में उसमें या तो एक डिजिट 0 होगा या एक डिजिट 1 होगा कंप्यूटर वर्ल्ड में. बट क्वांटम कंप्यूटिंग वो प्रोसेस है जिसमें एक पर्टिकुलर चीज 0 और 1 दोनों में एग्जिस्ट कर सकती है एट ए पर्टिकुलर टाइम. थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है समझना, बट क्वांटम फिजिक्स इसी तरह से वर्क करती है.
As far as the concept of wormhole is concerned, wormhole क्या होता है?
Wormhole is a theoretical conception, not practically discovered at all yet. It's a theoretical conception that reduces the distance between two destinations in the space and time. So it was I think conceptualized by Rosen, and by using the Einstein theory of general relativity, and hence it is named as Einstein-Rosen bridge. And it is highly used in fictional concepts as well. For example, Interstellar movie was based on this concept.
Mm-hmm. Any other movie based on this concept?
Interstellar. I think in Avengers Endgame also they used a kind of wormhole to transport.
Time and space. So you watch a lot of sci-fi movies? Do you also watch movies of multiple realities, parallel worlds?
I have watched something like I have watched Doctor Strange and Avengers Endgame types of movies.
Okay. You watch major movies based on spy thriller and Cold War genre. Cold War. Have you watched Bridges of Spies? So what is that movie based on?
It's based on the prison exchange that happened between. I think there was a U.S. pilot named Gary Powers. He was captured by Soviet while spying in a U-2 spy plane, and his exchange was coordinated by a lawyer from USA in return for a Soviet spy from USA. It happened in the West Germany and East Germany border.
Okay. Which is your favorite spy thriller movie of Bollywood? Agent Vinod. And in the recent times, a lot of spy thriller movies have been released. Do you think they are close to reality or it's hyper dramatization?
It is hyper dramatization. I think the closest spy thriller, I think it is not a movie. I would say the Special Ops season 1 as well as season 2. I would say that is quite, I would say, a realistic depiction of how spy operation works. But otherwise, these movies like War or Pathan or Ek Tha Tiger, these are all hyper realistic dramatization, I would say.
So, where should we draw the line in art? Should art always portray the reality or should it also be used for entertainment purposes?
It can be used, I think, in both the ways. People who like the reality, the realistic depiction, they will support those art, and those who like drama, entertainment, all those, they will support other types of movies. So I think it can be used in both ways. Both are commercially successful avenues for any film producer to do those things.
What is your opinion?
I prefer mostly realistic depictions.
Tell me, how has AI made it easy for a physics student to understand it and to also do research?
Yes, artificial intelligence has actually removed the barrier from our common sense. Actually, we suffered from a common sense thing because we always felt that reality was as it was in our side. For example, we always thought that matter is different and wave is different. But as quantum thing came, there was wave and particle both became one entity. So it became quite difficult for everyone to understand those things. So recently. The Nobel Prize in Physics was also awarded in this context only. It was use of AI as well in chemistry as well. It was awarded for the use of AI only. So AI has actually bridged that gap. It has developed very easy models for us to comprehend. It has been able to solve very complicated calculations as well, and it has been able to give us a result in a very short duration of time. Mainly in development of models.
What is the biggest hurdle in long distance space travel?
Because our universe has a very constant limit, that is we cannot travel beyond the speed of light, that is 3 lakh kilometers per second, and universe is extremely vast. I think it is that distance in the universe is measured in terms of light year, and we are not even close of achieving even 1% of the speed of light. So that is,
What is the hurdle exactly? That the universe is vast?
yes, the universe is vast and we cannot travel very fast, and because we cannot travel fast, we I mean if there was a
That is a problem. What is the solution? Right now, with the present technology, what is the technological hurdle which is not allowing us to travel fast and travel far? We have not been able to reach colonize moon yet, right? Has anybody visited moon after the Apollo mission? It's not that far. We have launched satellites, we have sent satellites to Mars. What is the problem? Why we have not set up a observatory base on moon so far?
very difficult actually.
What is the technological hurdle? That is what I'm asking.
Um, Technological hurdle.
What do we not possess that we can travel very easily between moon and Earth? At least between moon and Earth. Leave Jupiter and Mars aside.
I think recyclable rockets, I think, is the major hurdle because we do not possess much recyclable rockets and it's very costly to reach there. Furthermore,
Do you think cost can be a major issue for a company like Tesla? Why has not Tesla not already launched Mars mission? What is the problem?
I don't know the exact reason. I think I know only general reasons, like there is no atmosphere, the cost, budget.
That has always been there. That is not a problem. We have trumped all that. There is like specific field of medicine called space medicine. There we have learned how to grow vegetables, and we have learned how to use centrifugal force, centripetal force to counter the balance of gravity. All those things are there. But anyway, let's move on. What was your thesis in masters?
My thesis was the detection of a particle using the X-ray crystallography.
Using the X-ray crystallography, detection of a particle,
Detection of a that is crystal.
detection of a crystal. So the candidate before you, Sakshi, was she your is she your batchmate? So she also did the same thing. Okay, so there are groups in which many can work on the same crystal. Okay, what are the commercial application of this particular thesis?
I mean, it is mainly used in the, I would say, superconducting thing, mainly because when we detect particles, we can understand the crystal structure of that particular particle. And recently, superconducting is evolving, I mean, thing in the physics. And different types of alloys mixture are being used to develop a superconductor at a room temperature. So when we understand the crystal structure, we will able to understand how we need to modify that particular crystal structure to achieve a superconductor.
What is a transistor?
Transistor is
I'm talking from the perspective of semiconductor devices.
It's a semiconductor device which has two junctions and three components, that is emitter, base, and collector. So it is heavily used in semiconductor devices.
Excuse me. What for?
I would say in radio devices, in LED devices, in
What is the purpose the transistor serves?
it acts as a many purposes. It acts as an amplifier. It acts as a I would say power power audio amplifiers. It acts as a feedback circuit. It acts as a switch as well. It acts as a short circuit as well.
Okay, that is all from my side. Thank you. Comments?
So Vikas, firstly, I'm not lying, but so far you are the best candidate I've interviewed, right? Because firstly, you have a very simple overall personality. Your confidence was not loud. It was very silent. Yet you were learning from us. This was your personality. Like whatever question we asked, whatever you knew आपने अच्छे से आंसर किया, बट जहाँ आपको नहीं भी आता था तो आपने बड़े अच्छे लर्नर की तरह उसको समझा. तो दिस इज दी, आई वुड से कि ये एक अच्छे कैंडिडेट की निशानी होती है. मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा चेंजेस की ज़रूरत आप में नहीं लगी. इंट्रोडक्शन मुझे आपका बहुत बढ़िया लगा. जो मैंने आपसे हिंदी में बोला, आप शॉक नहीं हुए, राइट? क्योंकि कई बार कैंडिडेट से जब मैं दूसरी लैंग्वेज बोलती हूँ वो शॉक हो जाते हैं पहले तो, राइट? वो बहुत अच्छा आपकी अप्रोच थी. स्माइल भी आप अच्छा यूज़ कर रहे हो. और क्या बोलते हैं, थोड़े से अगर आप यहाँ से बाल अपने थोड़े से काट सके तो ठीक रहेगा. आप ऐसे ही रखते हो या? हाँ, मतलब ऐसा मुझे लगा सर पर्सनली. बाकी आपकी अपनी चॉइस है ना.
ऐसे देख के लग रहा है कि आप कोम करके नहीं आए.
नहीं. हाँ, वो आप
यहाँ से खड़े हैं बाल, तो कटिंग ऐसी करवाई आपने कि पीछे वाले बाल खड़े हो रहे हैं. या तो थोड़ा पाइल लगा के जेल लगा के ठीक कर लो, है ना?
वैसे तो आपकी हैंड मूवमेंट कोई बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है जितनी आमतौर पे बच्चे करते हैं, और वैसे भी टेबल होगा वहां पे. पर अगर आप चाहते हैं तो हाथ ऐसे रख सकते हैं अपने थाइस पे दोनों, इफ यू वांट. अदरवाइज आप कुछ उतनी मूवमेंट नहीं कर रहे हैं कि इफेक्ट करे आपकी पर्सनालिटी पे, है ना? बट आई थिंक दिस इज अ राइट वे टू सिट कॉन्फिडेंटली.
आपको भी पीएसआई आ रही है ना? लग ही रहा था आपका पूरा एकेडमिक प्रोफाइल अपने साथ में पढ़ा है हमेशा. और कॉलेज आपका सेम रहा है? 12वीं आपने सेम ईयर में खेल कॉलेज सॉरी आपने 12th सेम टाइम पे की है? अच्छा, ठीक है. मास्टर साथ में की है? ठीक.
बाकी मुझे आज सच कोई बहुत इस तरीके का नहीं लगा कि आप कहीं लैग कर रहे हो. ठीक है, तकरीबन ठीक है. बट देखो, बात ऐसी होती है जब आप अपना डैफ खुद से पढ़ रहे हो ना, बेशक वहां नहीं दिया है, आपको हर एक चीज आपके लिए कीवर्ड है. विकास आपके लिए कीवर्ड है, चौधरी एक कीवर्ड है. तो यू शुड नो चौधरी नाम का क्या है, इसकी सिग्निफिकेंस क्या थी चौधरी वर्ड की, क्यों ऐसा नाम दिया गया. जो भी आपने तो चीजें लिखी है, अर्नी अगर आपने लिखा है, आपने टूरिज्म वाले आंसर्स अच्छे से किए, पर अर्निया के पर्टेनिंग वालों तहसीलदार कौन है, बीडीओ कौन है, या कितनी तहसील्स हैं, यू शुड नो दैट. जो आपने ड्राफ्ट में एक चीज लिखी, दैट बिकम्स अ कीवर्ड फॉर यू. दिस इज माई क्वेश्चन बैंक, दिस बिकम्स माई क्वेश्चन बैंक टू आस्क फ्रॉम यू. ठीक है. बाकी आई डोंट थिंक कोई कोई स्पेसिफिक आपको कुछ बताने की जरूरत है. बाकी सब बढ़िया, सब बहुत बढ़िया. ठीक है.
जो स्पेस वाला इशू है उसमें सबसे बड़ा मसला है फ्यूल का. जो F इक्वल्स टू ma है ना, मास एंड एक्सेलरेशन, रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ मोमेंटम. अब प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि आप अगर फ्यूल ले जाते हो तो आप खाना भी लेना है, फ्यूल भी लेना है, और लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल भी आप कर लोगे. तो आप अभी तक हमने हाइबरनेशन को क्रैक नहीं किया है कि बॉडी को सस्पेंडेड एनिमेशन में डाल दो, और अगर लॉन्ग टर्म भी चला तो अपने आप वेकअप हो जाएंगे उस टाइम पे जिस टाइम पे होगा, ताकि उनका फूड कंजम्पशन कम हो जाए, है ना. तो वो इशू भी है. अच्छा, आपने अतीका मीर के बारे में सुना है? अतीका मीर, शी इज वन ऑफ द यंगेस्ट फार्मूला 1 रेसर ऑफ दुबई. आई डोंट नो फार्मूला 1 है या जो भी है, आई डोंट फॉलो दिस थिंग. तो उसके बारे में पढ़ना आप. उसका अभी रणवीर अलाहाबादिया के ऊपर पॉडकास्ट भी आया हुआ है. अतीका मीर कश्मीर से है वो, उसके मतलब बेस्ड इन दुबई फादर, बट है वो कश्मीर से. तो यंगेस्ट ड्राइवर है वो, फार्मूला 1 किया किसी चीज की, राइट. तो बाकी आपने सब सही सही किया है. चेस पे आपको हम क्वेश्चन ज्यादा पूछ नहीं पाए. अगली बार मैं पूछूंगा कि चेस का क्या आपको समझ में आता है, क्या है क्या नहीं, वगैरह वगैरह. और आपकी लीडरशिप क्वालिटीज पे भी सवाल पूछेंगे अगली बार, है ना.
एक चीज और, अब ये आजकल लोग माइंड करते हैं, आपको पता है एनसीईआरटी में भी ही की जगह आप शी लिखते हैं. तो डोंट deliberately use the word he when I pointed you out. I pointed you out कि only he. Then just for my respect, you should have said he or she, because now we don't use he. अब he आप देखोगे तकरीबन सारी एनसीईआरटीज में रिप्लेस कर दिया ही वर्ड को, अब she लिखते हैं. But I think when somebody genuinely points out you something, तो for that person's sake you should use the term gender neutral. उस तरीके से करो. बाकी इससे कोई बहुत फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. अदरवाइज यू आर अ टॉप कैंडिडेट. आई थिंक यू विल क्वालिफाई यूपीएससी ऑल्सो, अगर आप इस तरीके से करोगे तो. ठीक है. ऑल द बेस्ट.